What's up, guys? So today I'm going to show you some easy arm lock drills that you can apply with your training partner here. It's going to help you guys learn the fundamentals of your leg movements to ultimately get the arm lock, okay? So it's good with muscle memory and also can help build the connection with what you need to be doing conceptually, okay? So let's take a look at what an arm lock actually is. Where does my body need to be? So the best way I can show this is if my training partner is laying down and I have my training partner's arm already, okay? So in order for an arm lock to work, this is just the best way to describe how an arm lock works, okay? So just make sure that your hips are extremely close, as close as possible to your training partner's shoulder. I have a leg over the face and I have another leg over the body. And if you notice, our chest directions are pointing in perpendicular directions, meaning his chest is facing this direction and my chest is facing this direction. So I'm constantly making a T shape with the direction our sternums are pointing, okay? Same thing goes with his eyesight. If his eyes are moving forward, my eyes should be moving in a perpendicular direction, okay? A couple things need to happen in order for me to actually isolate the arm. I need to be pinching my knees and I need to be back heeling with my legs, okay? Now, if his arm is extended, we can identify this really easily. Legs pinched, heels in, okay? One leg over the head and the other leg over the body. This is just the best way to describe and show what an actual arm lock is. However, we'll be doing some drills from the closed guard. The reason why I want to show you this first is so that way you guys can able to understand how the arm lock works from the bottom position, okay? If you can understand it from the top, you'll be able to understand it from the bottom. So let's take a look from the closed guard, some drills we can apply when my back is on the ground, okay? So we have to recognize that obviously if our chests are facing the same direction, it's going to be difficult for me to get the arm lock, okay? So I need to make a T shape. His chest facing this direction and my chest facing in this direction. So one drill we can do is by climbing with our legs in order to lock up our legs in a T shape with our training partner. So what does that look like? My training partner's shoulders are in front of his hips to allow me to do this drill. So I'll just step on his hip, and then now from here I'm going to turn my upper body. At the same time, I extend my leg up and bite down on his back. Now from here, I'm gonna whip my knees over and lock a top lock over my training partner's shoulder. Just making sure that my bottom leg, the leg that's over the shoulder, is the bottom leg, okay? And now from here, we almost have that T shape where his eyes are going one way, my eyes are going in a perpendicular direction. So what I'll do here is I'll turn my knees in a direction to make him face in that T shape. Now all I'll do is pass my legs over for a nice arm lock, okay? Making sure that we have that same position I showed in the beginning where I have a T shape, his arm is in between my legs, I'm pinching my knees together, and I'm back heeling downwards, okay? This is just a drill to make sure that you guys are using more of your lower body than you're using your upper body, okay? And now from here, we can go to the other side. So just make sure that your training partner's hands are in the middle of your body, which ultimately, he doesn't want to do this, but for the sake of the drill, he's gonna help me turn the angle, bite down, turn my knees in the same direction, lock up a top lock with this leg on bottom, okay? Now from here, I twist my knees and my upper body so that way I can get that T shape, and now all I'll do is bite down, okay? A super easy drill from the bottom without using your arms, okay? So it helps you study how you can utilize your legs more than your arms, okay? You're gonna feel some pressure in your neck, obviously, because you're keeping your head off the ground. It would be pretty difficult to do this drill with my head on the floor. So you wanna try keeping your head off the ground and just using your legs to climb, pommel, and navigate your way to that T shape with just your legs. Then when it comes time to use your arms, it'll be a lot easier for you to have that muscle memory and knowing what to do for the arm lock, okay? The next drill is a momentum-based drill. We're gonna be moving side to side with our hands on our training partner's sleeve, okay? So the next drill number 2, I have 2 grips on my training partner's sleeve and his arms are extended. This is gonna be allowing me to help me spin. So we can start off by doing that same motion where I step on my training partner's hip, lift and bite, and then I do one arm lock. Now what I'm gonna do is swiftly transition to the other side as I use a pendulum motion to kick and spin my upper body. So I have the arm lock and now I'm just gonna spin, lift, and bite. Now I'm using these hands to help me spin and swivel. So I take it off, I spin, swivel, arm lock. Spin, swivel, arm lock. Spin, swivel, arm lock. Just make sure that you're looking directly in your training partner's ear to make sure you confirm that T shape. Boom, bite. make sure that this top leg isn't too far on the outside. We want to make it as tall and as high as possible with a bite down pressure, okay? You guys can work this drill. Super fun, super easy, okay? You guys can do a lot of these and you'll have a really good idea and confidence on how you can navigate to this T shape where you can isolate the arm, okay? Let's look at the third and last drill. It'll be from the mounted position. So the next one is where we're in the mount position and we have our training partner's arms in front the same way where his arms are extended. This will help teach yourself how to always climb your training partner's upper body when their arms are extended, okay? So in situations like these, if I just go for an arm lock right now, I'm gonna be too low on his upper body. So I have to escalate and climb my legs into what's called the S-mount position, okay? So for the drill, I just take one arm underneath and the other arm over. Now the arm that I go over, that's the knee that I'm gonna initiate. So in order for you to climb your legs, you actually have to put all your weight on your training partner, as if you're applying like a CPR motion, okay? If my weight's on my legs, then it's gonna be pretty heavy to ultimately get to the S-mount. So I wanna hover to the north. So I go over, the one that goes over is the same knee that initiates, and I slide all the way up to the head, and I make the S-mount. Now from here, I can just pommel my leg over and lay down. From here we have that shape where I'm close to his arm, and my legs are over his head and body. From here, I can just lay down, spin, and then get right back up in the mounted position and do it again. So my training partner's hands are up. I go one over, one under. Same side that goes over, that's the knee that starts, where I make the S. From here, I lean my weight on my training partner's belly, and then that's gonna allow this leg to be light. If I keep my weight on this leg, it becomes a little bit more heavier for me to throw that leg over. So I just lean my weight on my training partner's chest to make it light. I can lay down, swivel, come right back up in the mounted position, and that's where we have that continuous drill, right? Boom, arm lock, swivel, step one, step two, and we have an arm lock, okay? So if you notice, obviously it would be ideal to have a training partner to do these drills with, okay? If you notice, you could probably knock this drill out with like something as easy as a grappling dummy. If you have one of those at home, that would be great, okay? If you have a training partner, even better, they'll be able to give you a more realistic reaction so that way you can practice your arm lock drills and become automatic when you guys are in the roll and in the training session, okay? So if you enjoyed, send this to a beginner who has no idea how to do an arm lock. You should definitely send it to that teammate of yours. And if you want to learn more techniques, check out the links in my description. I show submissions from no gi, from the back, and even in the gi, okay? Thanks so much, guys. O's.